Hypersonic flight is set to become the next defining milestone in the evolution of aviation, a leap so profound that it could transform how we experience time, distance, and connectivity across the globe. Imagine flying from New York to London in just 90 minutes, a journey so fast it feels almost unreal. The concept isn't just about speed. It's about rewriting the very laws that have long governed air travel. As the world's most ambitious minds push toward this frontier, one name keeps reappearing at the center of innovation: Elon Musk, with SpaceX already reshaping how humanity thinks about rockets in space. Rumors of a top-secret project focused on hypersonic flight have set the aviation and defense industries ablaze. Could Musk's latest venture truly be the long-awaited breakthrough that ushers in a new era of global travel and perhaps even challenge the limits of physics itself? His track record suggests it's possible. Musk has repeatedly taken ideas once dismissed as science fiction: reusable rockets, mass-market electric cars, autonomous driving, and made them part of everyday reality. Now, with whispers surrounding a mysterious SpaceX project, the world is bracing for what could be the boldest leap yet: a hypersonic jet capable of speeds once thought impossible. Hypersonic flight represents the next great frontier. While commercial aircraft cruise comfortably around 550 miles per hour, hypersonic flight begins where the extraordinary starts, at Mach 5. Roughly 3,836 miles per hour, or 5 times the speed of sound. At such velocities, continents shrink, and the world becomes smaller than ever. A trip that now takes 7 hours could be done before your favorite movie ends. Companies like Hermes, Stratolaunch, and Hypersonics are already testing the boundaries of what's achievable. Yet the latest twist in this race came from an unexpected direction: SpaceX. Reports have surfaced about a secretive craft known as the X-1, a UFO-like hypersonic jet that allegedly merges cutting-edge aerospace and stealth technologies into a single, nearly otherworldly machine. The X-1 is said to defy conventional aviation design. Drawing on SpaceX's deep experience in rocketry, its propulsion system combines the Merlin and Raptor engines, the same technologies that have powered Falcon 9 South and Starships, to create something entirely new. This hybrid propulsion approach boosts efficiency by 30% compared to standard military aircraft. More strikingly, the X-1's exterior reportedly features advanced camouflage that makes it nearly invisible to radar. Its purpose appears primarily military, but its innovations could ripple across the civilian world, potentially spawning a new class of hypersonic passenger aircraft. If true, Musk's X-1 could redefine not only the speed of flight, but the balance of power in aerospace technology. Yet, even with these advancements, hypersonic travel remains one of the most technically daunting pursuits humanity has ever attempted. Traveling at such speeds generates enormous friction and heat, demanding entirely new materials that can withstand extreme temperatures without losing structural integrity. Engineers are also racing to perfect propulsion systems that can transition smoothly between subsonic, supersonic, and hypersonic regimes without catastrophic failure. Still, the stakes are high enough that governments and private companies continue pouring billions into research. Beyond faster travel, hypersonic technologies carry enormous implications for national security, rapid response operations, and even space exploration. The technologies being developed today could one day enable rockets to launch from runways instead of vertical pads, blending air and space travel into one seamless system. To understand how revolutionary this could be, we can look back at the Concorde, the legendary supersonic passenger jet that once symbolized the future of flight. Introduced in 1976, Concorde cruised at over 1,350 miles per hour, more than twice the speed of sound. It turned what was once a 7-hour transatlantic flight into a 3-hour journey, connecting New York and London with astonishing speed and elegance. For nearly 3 decades, Concorde stood as the pinnacle of aviation, a sleek, needle-nosed marvel that made breaking the sound barrier feel glamorous. But despite its incredible speed, the Concorde never achieved hypersonic status. Mach 5 to 3,836 miles per hour was far beyond its reach. It remained an icon of possibility, yet also a reminder of the limitations of its time. When the final Concorde flight took off on October 24, 2003, the era of commercial supersonic flight ended. Its retirement left a void that has remained unfilled for over 2 decades. Ironically, even during its farewell tour, the Concorde continued breaking records. On November 5, 2003, a Concorde named GBOAG flew from New York to Seattle in just 3 hours, 55 minutes, and 12 seconds, its final act before settling into the Museum of Flight in Seattle. That flight, however, also underscored the aircraft's challenges. Supersonic travel produced deafening sonic booms that disturbed communities, prompting widespread restrictions on supersonic flights over land. The U.S., among other nations, banned such routes, forcing Concorde to operate primarily over oceans. For that record-setting journey, Canadian regulators had to grant special permission for the plane to break the sound barrier over sparsely populated areas. In the end, economics, environmental pressure, and noise concerns grounded the Concorde. Yet it left behind a powerful legacy, proof that humanity could master supersonic speed, if only temporarily. Today, the dream it sparked is being reignited by a new generation of engineers determined to go further, not just twice the speed of sound, but 5 times faster or more. Among these visionaries stands Hermeus, an American startup founded in 2018 with a bold mission: to build the world's first practical hypersonic passenger aircraft. Hermeus aims to achieve what Concorde couldn't: sustained flight at Mach 5 and beyond. Their vision is to make it possible to cross the Atlantic in just 90 minutes, less than half the time of the fastest Concorde flight ever recorded. For context, Concorde's best time from New York to London was 2 hours, 52 minutes, and 59 seconds. Hermeus plans to shatter that record with flights so fast they'd redefine what long distance even means. Imagine leaving London after breakfast and arriving in New York before your morning coffee cools. Same day, transatlantic business meetings would become routine, and global travel could be as simple as taking a domestic flight today. Leading this ambitious charge is CEO AJ Piplica, who has assembled a dream team of engineers and scientists from some of the world's most advanced aerospace organizations, SpaceX, Blue Origin, and NASA among them. These experts are leveraging their experience in high-speed propulsion, reusable rocket systems, and advanced materials to bring space-age innovation down to Earth. Hermeus' goal is to merge the precision and durability of spaceflight technology with the comfort and accessibility of commercial aviation. Makes hypersonic travel so transformative isn't just the speed, it's the potential to reshape civilization itself. The ability to fly anywhere on Earth in under 2 hours could elapse the economic, cultural, and logistical barriers that define our world today. Trade, diplomacy, and global cooperation would move at a new tempo. Distance would cease to be a barrier, making the planet feel smaller, more interconnected, and more immediate than ever before. But such a revolution won't come easily. Hypersonic speeds demand materials capable of surviving temperatures above 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The faster a vehicle moves, the greater the friction, and at Mach 5, even air becomes a searing plasma. Every square inch of an aircraft must be engineered for survivability under brutal stress. Propulsion systems must transition between jet and rocket modes with perfect precision, and even the smallest design flaw could prove catastrophic. Still, the pace of innovation suggests the barriers are slowly falling. SpaceX, for instance, has already developed reusable rocket engines that can handle the extreme forces and temperatures of atmospheric re-entry. Hermeus is testing turbine-based combined-cycle TBCC engines that switch seamlessly from turbojet to ramjet mode. NASA is investing heavily in new hitch-resistant alloys, ceramics, and coatings. Collectively, these breakthroughs are inching humanity closer to practical hypersonic flight, a dream that once belonged solely to science fiction. If SpaceX's rumored X-1 jet is real, it could serve as the missing link between rocket propulsion and atmospheric flight. The company's experience designing vehicles that travel at 17,000 miles per hour through Earth's atmosphere could translate directly to hypersonic aircraft technology. The same principles that allow rockets to survive re-entry could enable jets to fly at Mach 5 or higher without disintegration, and perhaps that's the true story here. The merging of aerospace and aviation into one continuous domain. For decades, airplanes and rockets were seen as distinct, but the line between them is now blurring. SpaceX's potential entry into hypersonic aviation represents not just a new aircraft, but the dawn of a new era where space and air travel coexist, powered by the same technological foundation, of course. The question remains, when will this future arrive? Engineers estimate that routine hypersonic flight could still be a decade away. But if Elon Musk's past ventures are any indication, timelines tend to accelerate dramatically once he gets involved. After all, rockets once thought impossible to reuse now launch, land, and relaunch regularly. Electric cars that were ridiculed as impractical now outsell luxury gas vehicles worldwide. The impossible has a way of bicco.